what do you know? The game got hacked. Yes, boys, that's the story they're going for. Anyways, what is up, SmackNPie here. Welcome back to the Last of Us Part 2 video. Congratulations, the video's still up. Let's not jinx it. I'm uploading this video and who knows, they take down the last video. Anyways, they are going around taking videos down left and right. I am constantly following the story on Twitter, all the people and all the YouTubers who are uploading videos with only discussions. You know, it would be different if you post gameplay screenshots like I did and get your app site striked, or post gameplay itself and get your channel terminated. That's understandable. But just discussing the spoilers with the spoiler tag, giving people a warning before they even enter the video, that's the abusive behavior. And it's nothing new. It's been happening for years at this point. It's just that it is sad that Naughty Dog is taking this approach. But anyways, we have this new information for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, there is another industry insider reports emerging from left and right. No, they're not emerging from left and right. They're only coming from one source and one source only. Jason Schreyer. Yes, Jason is your go-to guy, as said from these articles. I have been sitting here for the past 30 minutes looking for a credible article or a credible reporting website that could state facts in a non-biased way. Every article you see is basically telling or saying, finally putting a bed to the rumors of grunted employees. Anyways, if you don't know, and we don't actually care much about that part, Last of Us Part 2 got leaked completely. Well, not completely, but major story plots have been revealed. So major that you can put two and two together, and so major that there is no surprise left anymore except the ending. We're still unsure about the ending. Like I said in the previous video, had there been an original ending leak, there must have been footage lurking around, and I have found every footage possible, and I've downloaded it before they took it down day one, and I couldn't find any ending, only speculations and rumors from 4chan and Reddit. That started a dumpster fire for Sony and Naughty Dog. They went into panic mode and they were delaying The Last of Us indefinitely. Within the span of just 30 days, they delay the game indefinitely and announce it that it's coming within 50 or 52-ish days. And then that's not it. Rumors started to circulate that it was leaked by a grunted employee who was angry for being underpaid and the crunch culture, quote unquote, which I'll come to in just a second, and the practices Naughty Dog do with their employees and all of the stuff that you already know. But that should have been the end of the story, right? No. Naughty Dog went on social media acknowledging the leaks, saying that they're heartbroken and that the leaks are true, basically, and that people should stop sharing and you should avoid spoilers too, and just wait for a few days until you get The Last of Us Part 2 in your hands. This is, I think, the best thing they could have done, but in my humble opinion, they should have just ignored everything and just tell people, hey, game is coming soon, forget everything you hear on the internet, put faith in us, trust us, quote unquote, it's only June 19th. That's it, that's all you have to do. Anyways, these articles, they're going around reporting how this is the confirmed thing from Jason. I never took his word for the crunch culture. The earliest I heard was from an ex-employee who actually worked at Naughty Dog who came forth, but other than that, I don't think I've ever heard any of his news. And it's fine if you do. It's fine if he posted and stated facts in the past. I just don't take him as a credible source in my personal opinion. I get nothing against him personally. It's just the industry that we live in is what it is. Anyways, let's try to see these articles, even though they're currently biased. By VG247, they said The Last of Us Part 2 leaks appear to have originated from hackers, not a disgruntled employee. And basically all these people are making the headline that it was a result of hack. Someone hacked. Now on Twitter, a lot of people are saying, like before these reports came out, that one of two things happened. Either an angry employee leaked the whole game, or it was hacked, which is also a concerning thing for Sony. How they could get hacked twice. This is the second time, by the way, so this is really not helping Sony in any direction. And at this point, I believe they're trying to do damage control for their own practices rather than the game itself. That's why they were so quick to say, Oh, it wasn't any employee from our company or Naughty Dog. It was someone else we have identified, but we can't report further. That came a few days ago. So now let's see what Jason Schreyer, the most credible source out there, is telling everyone. He said on Twitter, okay, after talking to two people with direct knowledge of how The Last of Us 2 leaked, as well as some Naughty Dog employees, I have a good idea of what happened. Short version, hackers found a security vulnerability and a patch for an older Naughty Dog game and used it to get access to Naughty Dog's server. Alright, you know what, let's hear it out. Before giving our thoughts, let's hear it out. I think the footage that leaked is from devs. Emphasis on the fact, I think, is from devs playing an early build. And then this one, I haven't watched it. Do you want me to continue, boys? Do you want me to continue reading this after he said I think, and also he said I haven't watched it? Most importantly, rumors of this being an act of protest by a contractor whose pay was robbed are not true. Naughty Dog actually extended pay and healthcare benefits for contractors due to COVID. Now, just with this information in your head, are we supposed to believe a person who didn't even watch what he's claiming to be from XYZ source? But you know what, we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and let's keep going. Following an investigation, Sony confirmed last week that the leaker was neither affiliated with Naughty Dog nor SIE. So that's what's happening so far. Now, there is a very long thread from a former Naughty Dog Q&A tester, quality assurance of course, and they explained, because we are running with the story that, let's say that it was hacked, how could that be? They made it a huge thread of how it could be possible. Could be. Now, full disclaimer, by the way, yes, in order to get back at your boss, you shouldn't be leaking stuff like this, ruining other people's work, who basically work at your boss company that you're going after, and people who just want experience without any spoilers, even if they don't like it. However, in this scenario, we are unsure. We don't know what is the case, and to be fair, does it even matter? They try to spin both leaks and employee crunch stories by reporting to all mainstream media about the biggest PS4 exclusive file size to date. 100 gigabytes is gonna take for Last of Us Part 2 on hard drive. Nobody cared. Everyone was on leaks. These crunch stuff in discussion and the leaks story, everything. Yes, we could say it's hacked. We could say it is leaked by a former employee. Either way, Sony and Naughty Dog are in a terrible position. We may never know the actual truth of who leaked the game. We may never know what has actually happened, but one thing is for sure and absolute certain, that whoever leaked the game had entire access to The Last of Us Part 2, including the gameplay of multiplayer. Yes, multiplayer gameplay was also involved in that. And basically, Sony and Naughty Dog throwing shades and shots at people who are not liking the stories, it's not a good look on them. And mind you, there are people like me out there who still have hopes for the ending at the very least. And I'm out here encouraging all of you to not share hate or to tell anyone what to do with their purchase, because it's an individual choice. However, them going straight after people who are lightly hating the product, regardless of whether it is justified or not, I think they're just flaming the fire right now. Rather, they should just ignore this, pray nothing else gets crazy, handle this in the court behind the scene, and let the public know they're investigating. That's it. And they get to release date smoothly, and everyone plays on the release date and then judge it for themselves. But does that justify what they did in the story, especially to some of the characters? I think what the video I made yesterday, I think it'll stay, and you can watch that for the reaction of what I believe, without spoilers of course. But boys, with that being said, I am still planning to talk about the ending of The Last of Us Part 2, with the spoilers of course, but not gameplay or any screenshots. So fingers crossed, and I'll see you for more Last of Us and other content in the gaming industry.